Hey guys, so today I'm going to take a pregnancy test. Now, before you get too excited, I don't think it's going to be positive. We have been struggling with infertility since we started trying to get pregnant back in 2010. It took us over 4 years to get pregnant with Miles, and then we've been trying for over 2 years now to get pregnant again. We have a huge, long story, and I might share it sometime. But basically, I have endometriosis, and it's really hard for me to get pregnant. I really don't think this is going to be positive, but I just want to do a video because I want to open up more about it and hopefully be an encouragement to others, and you guys can follow along in our journey. I have a cold, so my nose is like really congested, and if I look like red and puffy eyes and red eyes, that's why. So I have these 1 faux pregnancy tests, and I have 8 of them left. And I just realized they expire in next month. So that's kind of disappointing to know that I've had them for so long that they're expiring. This is not the first time that I've had pregnancy tests expire that I've had to throw out. It's really discouraging. But anyways, I bought these on Amazon in like a pack of like 20 pregnancy tests and like 50 ovulation tests for like 20 bucks. So if you need a cheap place to get them, Amazon's the place. So I already peed in a cup, and I'm not going to show you that because that's just gross. Anyways, so we are going to test this. Make sure you can't see. 1, 2. Okay. And I'm not going to look at it. I'm going to set my timer. I've hesitated doing this video on YouTube talking about our fertility journey because we have Miles, and a lot of people would be like, well, just be grateful you have one. And don't get me wrong, I am so grateful for Miles. He is such a joy. I love him, and I am so grateful for him. I thank God for him every single day, and he is just such a blessing to us. And I would love to give him a sibling. And it's really hard to knowing that he may never get to experience being a big brother. Me and Simeon always thought we would have a large family. He has 8 siblings, and I have 4. We were very close to our siblings growing up, and it's just so sad that Miles might never get to experience that. So I really would love for him to be a big brother. So with Miles, it took us over 4 years, and I have endometriosis. I had surgery 5 years ago, and then we did a bunch of fertility treatments and everything, and we got pregnant a year later, which was a complete shock because all of our fertility treatments, nothing worked, and we just thought it would never happen. So we just kind of gave up, and then we were shocked to find out we were pregnant. So the first surgery I had for my endometriosis, it was done by a fertility doctor, so he didn't really take care of my endometriosis. My ovaries were squished together and not even in the right spot to get pregnant, so he just got the endometriomas, which are like chocolate cysts, masses of endometriosis on my ovaries, and just got me to where I could get pregnant. And his theory or solution was get pregnant as quickly as possible, which obviously didn't work. And then after I had Miles, I was like, I can get pregnant, we're not going to struggle with infertility anymore. But then my endometriosis started coming back after I had him, and I breastfed Miles till he was about 20 months, and I didn't realize it at the time, but breastfeeding suppressed my hormones just enough to where my endometriosis wasn't that bad. After I stopped breastfeeding, my endometriosis just got out of control, and it was horrible. There were days where I had to sit Miles in front of the TV, and I just had to sit in the chair, and I literally could not move all day. It hurt to walk, it hurt to, I was to the point where I was like, I can't function like this. I can't live like this. Fertility related or not, I couldn't live like this. And so at this point, we had been trying to get pregnant for years, so we went to a reproductive endocrinologist, and I also found an excision specialist who specializes in cutting out endometriosis and actually taking care of it. So it was a really long wait to get to see him, and so with our reproductive endocrinologist, she did blood work, she checked to see my tubes are blocked, everything was fine, and she did, thank you, she did an ultrasound and could see that my ovaries were squished together. She called them kissing ovaries. And so when I went to the excision specialist, he did an ultrasound, and he's like, yeah, you're going to have this is going to be a big surgery. So I had surgery in May, just last May, 8 months ago, and it was a 5-hour surgery. My ovaries were squished together. I had what he called frozen pelvis, where everything was just like stuck together. He took out my appendix, which was inflamed. I had a massive endometriosis growing into my bowel, so when he cut that out, it left a hole in my bowel, and he had to repair that. So it was a huge surgery, and it literally took me 6 months for my body to fully heal from that procedure, which is crazy. And
Mommy's all gone.
Yeah. So we've been trying to get pregnant since, and I've done 5 rounds of Clomid. We haven't been able to get pregnant, and it's really discouraging because it's like my body's normal now, and why aren't we getting pregnant? And so we're going to move on with fertility treatments.
I need something little for it.
Okay, there you go. He's playing with these seashells. They're so cute. So we got 30 seconds left. So it's just really discouraging that we haven't been able to get pregnant since then. So I really don't think it's going to be pregnant or positive now. I mean, I would love it to be, but when you have so many years of failed, you know, each month trying to get pregnant doesn't work, you just get to the point where it's like you lose hope. That's kind of where I'm at.
That's right.
Yeah. So let's see how much time. Okay. All right, let's look at this test. It's negative. Look at that.
Please go put one in.
One line. And this is the part where I like squint and I look and I try to see. And then you start like.
Because I need a little one.
There's a faint line there.
Mommy, please go put one.
I hope it's not an evap line. Oh my
Please
goodness.
go put one in. Thank you.
See, I know what a negative test looks like when I've seen one, but I kid you not, there is a line there. But it's so faint and there's no color to it. And I know sometimes you can have evap lines with these, but I have 8 left. So I've taken, I've had 20. So I've taken, I can't even do math, 14? No, 12? 12, and I've never had an evap line.
Go put one in. I need this one.
There is a faint line there, oh my goodness. Maybe I should take another test. I don't know if you can see it or not. Okay, I'm gonna take another one and see. And if there's none on this one, then I know it's an evap line. But if there's something on this one, and I even called the doctor yesterday and talked to her about moving on with fertility treatments. Okay, so I got my next test. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And I have my first morning urine. All right, let's set this timer again. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna die if this is actually positive. You don't know how many times I have sat down and recorded myself taking a pregnancy test over the past several years, and it's been negative, and I've deleted it.
Please go put one in.
There is a line there. Let me show you.
I'll put this one in. I want to see it.
Can you see the line? It is ever so, like when you start staring at these tests for so long, your eye starts imagining a line, but I know a negative test when I see one, and that is not negative. Okay, I'm still staring at this, trying to figure out if it's positive or not. There is a line there, no doubt. But the question is it an evap line? Or is it a positive? Oh my goodness, I'm gonna die if it's actually positive. Okay, we still have 3 minutes before we can check the other test.
And please.
So I'm probably 11, 12, or 13 DPO, days past ovulation. I didn't keep track this time, but you know, after trying for so long, you know your body and you kind of know when you ovulate. And this was kind of like take a break before we start fertility treatment. So, oh, the time is going by so slow. 2 more minutes. But I don't know.
Please go put one in.
Believe me, I have stared at these tests, like holding them up, staring at them, and like no line. I mean, I've even pulled them out of the trash can the next day or hours later, and there's still no line. But there is a line on this one. Okay, which one do you want? The pink one?
Yes.
Okay, pink one. Okay. A minute and a half. Okay. I'm like shaking. I've always wanted to surprise Simeon. And now it looks like I might be able to. I don't know. I'm just so scared this second test is not gonna show anything.
I want to go put lemons.
What?
I'm going to go put lemon. This one. And this one.
Okay. Which one? A big one? Huge one. Don't drop it. Okay.
Drop.
40 seconds.
I think drop.
My heart is pounding.
It's drop.
Oh, it dropped. There we go. Whoops. It's rolling out. I'm like shaking. What if it isn't? I can't tell if there's color or not because usually evap lines are gray, but it's so faint I can't tell if there's color or not. Okay, it should be 20 seconds. 20 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm going to put lemon.
There's a line on this one too. I think it's positive. I don't know how my hands see. My eyes are watering. I'm gonna have makeup running down my face. Oh my goodness. There's a line on that one too. I can't believe this. Okay, let me show you.
I don't see it.
Can you see a line? I can see it. All right, come on, focus. Do you see that line? It is so faint.
I want to see the line, Mommy.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I have to run out to the store and get some things because we're out of vitamins for being sick. I'm gonna run and I'm gonna get a first response pregnancy test, the ones that can test 6 days before your missed period, which I don't know if they're equivalent to these ones or not. These ones are just super cheap, so that's why I got these. So I'm gonna keep my pee here so I can use my first morning urine, and I'm gonna see if it has a line. So I took the test out because it's so faint. You can barely see it. It's easier to see when it's not in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and surprise Simeon. This is gonna be so exciting. I'm pregnant. I can't believe it. I have dreamed for years about surprising Simeon. And I finally get to do it. I bought Miles a shirt a year ago, and I've been afraid that he's gonna outgrow it before he can wear it. But I'm gonna put that on him, and Simeon's gonna come home for lunch, and then I'm gonna call my doctor and tell her I got a positive test, which I just talked to her yesterday, talking about moving on with fertility treatment next month. So I'm gonna get some blood work done this afternoon to confirm it. I'm so excited. I'm shaking, my heart is pounding, and I am so excited. So it's 11:30 and I have not even eaten anything at all today. I'm starving, but I'm so nervous I can't eat. Oh my goodness. So this shirt I got a year ago, and I've been hiding it to surprise Simeon, and I was afraid that he would outgrow it before we got to use it. So I'm gonna put the shirt on Miles. We're gonna wear new shirts because guess what? Mommy has a baby in her tummy.
Now.
Yes, there's a baby, a little teeny tiny baby in Mommy's tummy.
Okay, big.
You're gonna have a little brother or sister. Mommy has a little baby in her belly. A little teeny tiny baby in her belly. Mommy's belly's gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger. What do you think about that? Are you so excited?
Yes.
You're gonna be a big brother. Let's put your shirt on, okay? It says big brother.
Yes.
Oh, do you know how long I've been waiting to see you in that shirt? You can't see it. So we're gonna show Daddy when he gets home.
It's a surprise!
What?
Surprise.
Surprise what? Why? Why are you getting anything?
It's a surprise.
Miles has a surprise.
Surprise.
Are you serious?
I'm not surprised you're so bad. And I didn't think it was gonna be positive because I was gonna take a test and then call my prescription in and get everything set up. And then I looked at it, I'm like, oh, it's negative. And I was like, wait a minute, there's a line. And they took 3 more and they were all positive.